fun little adventure. Fucking hate chains. ran a snowplow through here, probably wouldn't be that big of a fucking deal. But then again, snowplows in Colorado, it's just fucking absurd. Why would they have those? They don't get this snow out here.
guys went and had...
Jason Ellis.
It's kind of a boys' club here, and definitely there have been times over the years that people have sort of said, oh man, this fucking chick goes in bed with this chick and basically the girl ends up looking bad. Look, it happens. There's some girls that do weird shit in bed that's talking about, we don't know this, but there's also women who are wonderful in bed, and we love all of you. On the other hand, something that we know must be happening all the time that we don't necessarily get a lot of phone calls about is women who have had sex with guys who just had awful sex. Either the guy thought he had some cool move, or the guy tried some line, or whatever.
You'd be surprised how few guys call us to tell us how much they suck in bed.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm under the impression, to be honest with you, that most guys are pretty terrible in bed. I think the majority of men, if I were a woman, I wouldn't want to sleep with the majority of men.
It's like those...
Maybe that's why they don't want to have sex with me all the time. They always have to like date you for a little bit before they let you do it. Is that why?
It's like there's surveys where like 80% of people say that they're smarter than the average person. I think most people... Yeah. 80% of people think that they're smarter than the average person.
Wow.
But something like that I think applies here too, where like most people think that they're above average in sex when they're not.
Right.
Well, I know I'm good at bed and I know I'm smart, so I don't care.
So, look, if there are ladies listening who've just had...
Wait a minute, is this whole thing been a fantasy? What a stupid lame. This is all I got. Take that away from me, I'm nothing.
So, women, we know that you have stories, funny, ridiculous, not, hopefully terrifying. Or like,
terrifying. Let's be friendly.
The lighter side of guys who just, wanted to have sex with you, did have sex with you, that you just have a funny story to tell because the guys are awful.
Yeah, just tell us about the worst sex you've ever had.
Right.
Yeah, what is the worst sex you've ever had? And it's like there's things out there that you're not... If you haven't told anybody and you want to tell somebody, because I feel like girls, even when a guy's a dud, a girl won't want to tell anybody how bad he was because it's like they're somewhat responsible for it, even though that's not the case. I mean, if he's really that bad, it's not your fault.
That's right. And you know that there's no shortage of guys that are willing to go and blab about this terrible, this or that, if not to your friends, at least to call into the show and say, you've heard guys call in and complain about women in bed, so this is your opportunity.
Right. I fell asleep on that one girl with her legs around the back of her head, remember? And then she went to tell everybody, and she was the fourth person that night, and I thought I was a champion for passing out on her. And she thought she was telling everybody to ruin my life.
I've told this story many times, but there was a girl who I just met that day. She was like a friend. I had friends who were a couple. They were like an established couple, and the girl's friend came to town, and so it was the four of us hanging out, a couple and me and their female friend. So it didn't take long for us to become sort of two couples, and we got really drunk, and we were in New York at the time. We decided we were going to race to see who could have sex first in all 5 boroughs of New York, and then
it's cute.
And then it didn't come together. So there was another friend who got angry that we were ditching. They were just jealous that we were all going to have sex all over the city. That's literally all that happened.
Makes sense.
But so we called the thing off, and then we just all went home, and then I couldn't have sex in my own bed because I was drunk. We went from having sex in 5 boroughs to just not having sex because I couldn't.
Why?
Because I was too drunk. I couldn't get it up.
Oh.
Yeah. I've had terrible sex. I've been miserable in bed many times. And I'd be great, I hope.
It hasn't happened to me very often, but I have had, and it's only been since I had antidepressants, but 2 times in my life, I couldn't get it up. Like, it was really gnarly. I got it up. I was I was really, really scared, because I wanted to do this person so badly. Finally, when it all came to, when it happened, it was like a really, I didn't see it coming kind of thing. I was really playing it cool. And then all of a sudden it was on, and I was like, oh my God, no way. This is going to be the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. And he's all, nah. And I'm like, oh, dude, no way, no, come on, man, please, really, no, right, yeah, whoa, rise up, let's do it. No. And then she's like, yeah, I'm not really, see, you're not really that into it. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not going to say that. I'm not even going to say anything because I have nothing to say about it. I'm just going to say, fucking yeah, probably not. Let's move on.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm a 100% reliable fucking machine.
Really?
Yes, really.
Nothing's ever happened here.
No.
Okay. You say so.
I've got no complaints.
You've got no
No
complaints.
complaints, brother.
So awkward. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Alright. But if you ever weren't sure and you wanted to tell us a story, it'd be great. I'd love to hear it. You know?
Or if Mr. X ever had you really.
Oh, if Mr. X had a story, man, would I be very, very thrilled. Anyway,
Yeah.
the number is 855-ELLIS-41. We are only taking calls from women right now because it is time for Economic Justice. But when you're in this stuff, you need to get it off. You want to tell people about things that you've done that you want to keep it secret because somebody had a little dick and they came in your house and said, "I'm going to join her," and they didn't know the difference. You can call the able that you get it off your box. Because it's time to get the clit off your chest. Yeah, it's time to get the clit off your chest. You might have herpes and you give it to somebody and you're like fucking didn't tell them. Holy shit, that would be bad. You should call the show and tell us. We'll put it on the air and that guy will remain anonymous. No one will know that you are the devil. I'm gonna stop.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, ladies.
Yes, just ladies.
I'm gonna make people not call the show. Hey, Danielle in Connecticut. Oh, somebody just hung up. Fuck, I knew my son went too far. Hey, how's it going?
It's going. How about you?
It's pretty good, you know what I mean? I got, you know what I mean, a job and shit. It's cool. I like it. Things are fun.
Oh, good. Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Get the clip off your box.
Few bucks.
Yeah, get off the clip. Yeah, clip off your box. Yeah.
Good. Good. So, I've got this story about some unfortunate sex that I ended up having with an ex-boyfriend of mine.
Go ahead.
So, basically, we went out to the bar one night, we got drunk, we come back to his house, which, when I say his house, I mean his mother's basement, so we're already starting off really well here.
Mm-hmm.
And so we start, getting it on, hot and heavy, put the penis in the vagina, everything's going really good. Well, he starts getting a little overzealous and starts pumping me and accidentally puts it in my butt.
I just don't. When he put it in your butt, did he put like the knob in and pull back, or you're saying that he shoved his whole penis in your ass?
I am saying that with like no lube,
Just one clean shot.
Because he like pulled out too far, and when he went to pull back in,
God, I don't understand how somebody can do that.
No, I've never.
Like I've gone like out and bumped it, and then gone bang and gone because if you do that, you could. You
but
can't.
listen, it gets even better.
Okay.
It gets better,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so I noticed that I'm bleeding now. And I've got blood on his sheets, and I'm like, oh man, I'm so sorry. I've got blood everywhere. He's like, oh, it's fine, it's fine. Girls bleed. Trying to blame me for bleeding on his sheets, trying to insinuate that I had my period or something.
But you were bleeding from your bum.
Yeah.
From one shot. He took one shot and cut your bum.
Ow.
Yeah.
I really am.
Man, I really am. I mean, Pete, I hope men are listening.
Felt the injury.
Yeah, you gotta take this in, man. Really. The whole ricochet up your ass thing. I mean, what are you? Blacked out, wasted? As soon as the nub goes into the ass, you've got to know and pull back. Emergency brake.
Like,
Yeah, the fact that
acknowledge anything.
that's what I'm saying. The fact that he goes, "Oh, it's all right, girls bleed." Are you saying that he either did not know or pretended that he did not know that he'd
No,
accidentally?
he fucking knew. He pretended like he didn't know. He didn't want to own up to that shit.
Man, I apologize on behalf of all of us.
Well, he's a long gone ex-boyfriend, and the guy I'm sleeping with now is much more competent. So we live, we learn, we move on.
Well, I'm really glad you could get the clit off your box.
I'm very happy that the Jason Ellis Show has given me a venue to do that.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Making dreams come true.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There it is. It's that easy. 855-ELLIS-41. We are now talking to Nicole. Get the clit off your box, Nicole.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Nicole.
I wanted to talk about bad sex I've had, and I've never told anyone this. It's not like super bad or anything, but I had sex with this guy. First, we didn't have sex for over a month because because he just didn't want to. He wanted to get to know me, quote unquote.
He got a little dick, huh?
Yeah, definitely. I met him at a strip club, so I'm like, hey, let's get it on. I work it there, so I'm very sexual.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, we're going to play the high school thing. I'm going to finger you and lick you. And we were together for a month, and then finally it happened, and it literally lasted 5 seconds, and he had for 3 inches. I'm not even kidding you.
So fucked up.
And he's like, well, do you want me to eat you out? What do you want me to do? And I'm like, is that real? Like, is it going to get any better?
Did you say that?
It totally did not.
So you kept sleeping with him for a while, though?
No, well, a couple times until I realized it's really, I was like, oh, it's okay, let's try these pills, let's do this, and it just wasn't, it wasn't ever going to get any better.
Right, you thought that maybe if you gave him a pill that the boner would get bigger?
Well, the enhancers or whatever, I'm like, fuck it.
Wait a minute, enhancers make your dick bigger?
Yeah, what enhancers are you talking about?
Yeah, there's only pills that make your dick hard.
Make it grow. Like, you haven't seen the ones on, like, 4 AM TV or, like,
there's pills that make your dick bigger.
Well, there's pills that clean. There are pills that claim they will make your dick bigger.
Is there any fact?
It doesn't work.
Okay.
What?
Okay. Oh, well, I appreciate that story, but I don't understand how you didn't fill his boner before.
What do you mean?
Like, when you were dating him for that long and you guys were playing around a little bit, you didn't, like,
He never let me touch him or anything.
Oh,
right.
He was
So you do.
He's like,
Yeah,
I'm
you
a pleaser. I just want to please you,
Yeah, I feel so sorry for that guy. Like, that the whole time, he's so, like, oh, it's just he has to lie. His whole life's a lie.
I don't understand why you would pick up a stripper and take her home knowing that you couldn't ever own up to anything that she's, been around before.
Maybe he just didn't know that you were going to go home with him.
I don't know, maybe.
Every time I've ever got a stripper out of a strip club, I always thought it was a pretty cool move. I go in there with that confidence, but it's hard. They got to work.
You have to
wait for them in the parking lot and stuff.
They've seen it all. They've seen it and done it all. So.
Well, I appreciate you getting the clit off your box.
Thank you.
Thank you. Man, she is on.
Yeah. And yeah, that poor guy hiding. You shouldn't have to lie about yourself. You should be able to put it out there, but it's hard.
Not hard enough, apparently. Oh, hello, Allie.
Yep. Hi.
Allie in Connecticut. Let's hear your story.
I have quite a few, but I've got 2 pretty bad ones.
They're already good.
The first one, I was newly out of a 3.5-year relationship, so I tried the online thing.
Yeah.
Met up with this guy quite a few times. He started talking himself up, through text messages. So he comes up and meets me in my dorm room. We're fooling around. I blow him before we go to dinner and figure, we'll come back and get to the heavy stuff.
Yeah.
We get back, he can't get a hard on.
Wait, did he come? Did he come when you blew him?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Some guys only have 1 round.
This was like 2 hours later.
Some guys only have 1 round. Like, they have to wait till the next day.
So he freaks out, fakes like, my mom just called me, I have to go home.
Oh, man. And you know that he's doing it? Like, he's faking it?
Oh, yeah. He's like, oh, I have to go home, my mom just called me, she's freaking out. I'm like, oh, and I'm like, really, it's okay, like, stay the night, we'll try again tomorrow, it's fine.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, we're talking online, and he tells me I'm going to Brazil to play soccer for 6 months.
Yeah.
Don't hear from him. I'm with the guy I'm with now, my husband. He doesn't start talking to me again until almost a year after I met my husband.
Yeah.
Trying to be like, oh, I was nervous. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
Can you fuck down, please? It's too late. Can you fuck down, please?
Alright, he just fucking chains off.
As Shannon in Jersey. God only knows.
Chains are off.
Shannon, get the clit off.
Axle's out.
Hi.
Let's roll.
But, so this bar by my college has UFC night, and it has dollar beers, so I went.
What a collaboration.
I know. So I went with my friend, and we got really, really drunk, dollar beers, fairly drunk.
Yeah.
So we went back to my apartment, and we had a little fun, and his penis was really, really small, like, really small. So I was like, all started talking to me. He got all deep, like, I can't believe you're going out with me. Like, don't apologize for who you are. And just like, it was way too much.
Wait. He told you post sex and your friends don't apologize for who you are?
Right. Yeah. It was
What do you think he was referring to?
Yes.
I have no idea.
Right, so he came, rolled off, and started saying, and for you not to apologize for who you are, and cried.
At that moment, were you inclined to apologize?
Were you inclined to run for your fucking life because this guy's insane?
Yeah. Oh God, it was awful. And I really liked him. We were friends. It was just, I have no idea where this came from. I myself was having a hard time personally, so it was nice to be hanging out with someone who genuinely liked me. And then it was just out of nowhere. I felt fine that night. I had a great time. The fight was good. The beers were good. It was good company. And then cool, let's have sex. And then it just turned into this shop fest. I felt like we should have put on the Notebook after that. It was just it was too much. I didn't want to. It was so bad. And he had a tiny mirror on top of it.
How tiny?
Pinky size, hard.
I feel sorry for you. I'm very sorry to hear that. But you're back, you're here, you're alive, you made it.
I feel sorry for Pinky Dick also.
Yeah, there were no winners.
Yeah, I feel like I want to have sex with every single girl that's called on this segment. They all sound better. I feel like I want to start a website where girls have had sex with guys with 1-inch dicks, and they tell me their stories, and then I fly to their house and I fuck them. like a Christmas dick.
Right.
It's the sexual avenger.
My dick can have a hammer called Lucy.
I will give you the sex you need.
I'll tie a dick to the shaft. I'll tie a fucking hammer to the shaft and have it swinging near the balls. Look out for old Lucy when you're down there. Hello, Christina in Canada. Get the clip of your box.
Hi, my story is I am laying on the couch with a guy. We're watching TV. I turn to him. We start making out. I don't touch him at all. I do not touch his dick or go down his pants. And he comes within 2 minutes of us making out.
Man, that guy is super lucky. He never has to really have a girlfriend.
That's right.
You can just, I don't know what you can do. You can do anything. You can come in your pants on the train and stuff.
Yeah. You just join a co-ed sports team and just hug people after you score a run.
Just blow loads in your diaper all day.
To you, it was volleyball. To me, it was an orgy.
A load diaper. He just came 15 times at the fucking volleyball game. All right, well, at least it didn't involve a small penis.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, do you want Mr. X to tell a story?
Yes!
Okay.
Fuck, you're really stepping it up if I think you're going to tell what I think you're going to tell.
I don't think you know this story, so no.
Well, then no.
This wasn't with my ex. This is with a girl I went on a couple of dates with before my ex.
Yeah.
Which didn't last that long, probably because of this story.
Oh, fuck.
Wait.
I am freaking out on this story.
And by somebody I went on a couple of dates with before my ex, I mean somebody that my friend Mr. X went out on a couple of dates with. Of course.
Oh, yeah.
So Mr.
You guys are really close. It's hard to tell where one of you ends and the next begins.
Sometimes I just feel like his stories are my stories because I tell them so often.
I wish I had a friend like your friend.
This was like the second time we'd seen each other, and it was or Mr. X had seen this girl, and it was in the afternoon. And so Mr. X went and had a nice lunch with this girl and had a couple glasses of wine at lunch,
casual,
and then decided to go back to her house.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mr. X happened to have brought some weed with him, and both of them smoked some weed.
Isn't that funny? Makes sense you and Mr. X both smoke weed, though.
It does.
Because
you know that Mr. X smokes weed based on some of his. Yeah. So they both smoked some weed and they started making out on her bed.
Wow, I don't know anything about this story. Cool.
Yeah, they put on some music and started making out on her bed.
Yeah.
And then Mr. X maybe was kind of getting excited and taking her clothes off and maybe starting to kind of dry hump her a little bit. And then Mr. X felt like he was going to come, and then Mr. X came. You just fell off your chair and you're laughing so hard. It's not that fucking funny.
I didn't think you were going to say
It's really not. It's not that funny. Come on.
He came blue balling. You came in your pants.
I think, okay, maybe Mr. X, from the combination of the wine and the weed.
Yeah, he was kind of messing up and getting really into it.
And I can see where maybe Mr. X was feeling especially like physically sensitive.
Yeah. Anyway,
and this isn't an opportunity. This like an afternoon delight isn't something that presents itself to Mr. X every day.
No, that's true.
Wait. So you're pumping with your pants on, right?
Mr. X.
Sorry, Michael.
Yeah, Mr. X is there.
Mr. X is pumping. Mr. X got pants on.
I do it. Mr. X does have pants on, but yeah.
Did he sense it coming on?
He was excited. He was hard, but he didn't realize.
Right. Mr. X didn't realize he was past the point of no return until he was past the point of no return.
Wait, so he lost composure? Like he lost...
Yes. Basically, yeah, that was
it was a really hot scenario then. It was steamy.
I guess I was excited because
what did Mr. X do when he finished in his pants?
Well, immediately after, just a couple seconds after that, this girl said, "So, did you bring any condoms with you?" And Mr. X said yes, and she said, "Do you want to have sex?" And Mr. X said, I kind of just already came."
Why would you say that?
Because we're telling stories.
Wait, no. Why? Not why would you tell me? Why would you tell her that you came in your pants?
What else was I supposed to say?
Go to the bathroom, wash it out, and put a fucking rubber in the fucker.
Condoms.
I felt like I wasn't sure if I would be ready again in 5 minutes.
You're 25 years old.
I don't know.
You will be ready.
Okay, well, maybe Mr. X wasn't feeling all that confident about himself at this point.
No, Mr. X does have an argument. You didn't just come in your pants. Was she naked?
She was naked at that point, yeah.
She was completely naked and he had his pants on.
I did still have my pants on.
Did he have his top off?
He had his shirt off.
Oh, so titty on titty and you were in there pumping with your pants on.
Mm-hmm.
And you found the sweet spot. He found the sweet spot.
Apparently he found the sweet spot.
But how did he, did he tell you that, you feel it, and then, if you feel it, you back off.
Yeah, Mr. X knows that.
But you just committed and he just kept pumping through and just did it.
Mr. X was, this particular occasion, that happened, yes.
Selfish. Really. Did he say to himself, fuck it, I'm just going to come right now?
No. That's not what happened.
Look, this happens. this is not... Mr. X is the only person on Earth that this has happened to, and if people could just say, oh, wait, that's going to happen, let me stop that, then it would never happen. But it does, which means that it happens. Sometimes you get too far. A couple things I can contribute to the conversation. I dated a girl, and she told me about another boyfriend she'd had, and she told me that he, one time... They were in the same situation. This guy realized he was getting close way too early, and he was just sort of like, you know what, I kind of have to pee. Let me just get it out of the way now. And she's like, I found out much later he went to the bathroom and he jerked off, and then he came back and had sex with me. And she's like, and I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. She's like, no, do that. Girls are dumb. I've never forget her saying. She goes, girls are dumb. She goes, he had to tell me. I had no idea that that's what he was doing. So if you're in that situation, that's how you should handle it. And actually, I was going to say something. Mike in Canada on Twitter just said the exact same thing. What you really have to do in this situation is, Jason's right, you have to try to stop it from happening at all. But if you're that close, it's not going to get any better once you actually get your penis in. So you kind of do need to go relieve yourself and wait for the second round. What you then need to do is go down on her and convince her, I love going down on you so much. If it's going to take you an hour to be ready to go again.
It doesn't take you an hour. That's a lie. I say, if I come, that Michael's a great idea. Go down there. Stay down there for fucking 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then come back up with a boner.
And just go, I don't want to stop. I enjoy doing this so much that I'm not I'm not done yet until you know that you can go again.
I don't understand why Cullen is calling. Is he a girl? Why is he trying to get the clit up his butt?
Well, let's
Find out very quickly.
Hurry up, Cullen.
I was just trying to make Raw Dog feel better. I once got with a girl.
This is good then.
I once got with a girl, and it was my first time with her, and I was super amped on it, and I busted too quick, but I pulled it off like nothing happened, and like I just had to go. I was like, you know what? I pulled it off like I had to go to the bathroom or something, and left. When I came back, I tried to rally like nothing happened, even though I had fucking come like 2 minutes ago, and then I only had one rubber left, and when I put it on, I had all sorts of malfunctions and just came off like a total chump. I was lucky she gave me another chance to sleep with her again, because it was terrible. Like, I was overexcited, and then I couldn't like rally, and I was like 22 years old, but it was too quick to rally, you know what I'm saying? So I think he was
That's
right.
what I'm saying. Believe it or not, Jason, it does happen.
Yeah. And
Look,
yeah.
I did that one when I was 6. Thanks, Cullen. I did that one when I was 16 with that 26-year-old that worked at the skate shop. As soon as I put it in, I had like 3 minutes to go but I just pretended that it didn't happen, and then I did, and then I came again and again and again, and I just kept pretending that I didn't, and then by like the 5th time, I was like, now I'm gonna come. But I think that was because I was so young and she was so gnarly that I could have just stayed hard all day.
He probably should have found some way to stall. In this case, I think he was honest, and then he felt embarrassed, and then yeah.
The other thing I would honestly say is don't ever get embarrassed. Like, life is life. Shit happens.
Yeah.
If that happened to me, I would just be like, wow. I'm gonna level with you. I was really having a good time there. I just came in my pants. Now, obviously,
You know what? If I actually blue balled somebody and it made me come in my pants right now, I would tell everybody.
I would totally
because
tell her.
I would be like, hey, everybody! I just came in my pants!
Look, no, I'm not.
I would. It's amazing. How do I do that?
I mean, there have been times in my life that I came faster than I wanted to, but I'm gonna eventually get the job done. And that's the thing. If you were really one of these guys who you'd have sex 6 times and every time you're gonna come in a minute, I don't really have any advice for you. But in this case, I'd be like, wow. I don't know, you, me, wine, weed. I just came in my pants. I'm gonna go clean myself up, but we're still gonna get this done. I'll be back in a minute. That's the only thing you can do.
You will be back.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. You shouldn't have given. Like, you're not done. Just because you did in your pants, really. I mean, she doesn't have to see your pants. You just got one out of the way. Maybe you'll last longer now.
Maybe you're right, and maybe I wasn't thinking clearly, but Mr. X got a lot better since then.
As usual, the Jason R show ends up turning on itself. Let's get back to the ladies at 855-LS41 with Get the Clit Off Your Box. Chris in New Jersey.
Hi, how are you?
Hey.
I think I might have met Mr. X's brother in New Jersey.